I just finished a press trip with Visit Swansea, so I'm going to share the best things to do in and around Swansea if you're planning a trip here. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Amy. I'm a full-time traveler and I'm currently in the UK, but I'm heading to a new country tomorrow. And for some context, my boyfriend is British and we are currently in the south of Wales, and I've been here many times, so I'm quite familiar with the area. If you're heading to Swansea, you need to check out the beaches. They are absolutely amazing. And because I don't have a car when I'm here, I'm going to show you some of the beaches that you can get to by bus. Three Cliffs is in the Gower Peninsula, which is an area of outstanding beauty. And I actually did a video about this last week, so if you want more details, you can check it out above here. But just to give you a little sum up, there are three cliffs. It is stunning. There is a gorgeous beach that you can walk along, and there is just a lot that you can do around the area, many different paths there. And if you go, you must go to the Three Cliffs coffee shop and get their vegan cookie. I'm telling you, it's the best cookie I've ever had. Moving on to Rossili, this is another beach in the Gower Peninsula, and there's a lot more that you can do here if you're looking for additional activities. You can walk over to Worm's Head, which is what I did with my boyfriend and my new friend from Canada just a few days ago, and it's so much fun. You have to check the causeway times though, because the tide rises and falls very quickly, so you need to go on 2 hours on either side of low tide. If you're gonna go to Worm's Head, you definitely need around 3 hours to comfortably go there and back and not get stuck. And it's just a great place to spend the day, honestly. On the way back, you'll see horses and sheep, and there's just so much beauty there. I can't get over it. And you can't forget about the beach itself. It is a really, really gorgeous beach as well. A surfing beach, so if you're someone who likes to surf, it would be a good spot to check out. But if you just want to have a nice beach day, it's also really nice for that. I went with Sam and planned a date for us, and we did paint by numbers, and I would highly recommend, but it does get windy, so make sure you have some layers, like something like this to wear over top of a bathing suit or whatever, just because it does get quite cold sometimes. Then we also have Bracelet Bay, which is right near the Mumbles, and you can actually take a trail from within the Mumbles up and over, and you can see the beach from there. And then when you get down, you can explore the beach, and there are some other little trails at the beach and like rocks you can climb up to get to a really cool viewpoint, and I would highly recommend doing that. It's a really good day trip from Swansea. Then of course you also have Swansea Beach, which is a massive beach that extends all the way from like the marina and city area into the Mumbles. So it's a huge piece of beach that you can hang out on. It's really beautiful on a sunny day, although there aren't too many of those around here until it gets to summer. But either way, it's a gorgeous beach if you want to have a walk and stroll with a dog. Check it out. There isn't much going on there, but it's still a pretty nice beach. When it comes to hikes, there are many cool hikes that you can do in the area. However, the best ones are in Brecon Beacons, which is about an hour drive, and you can't really get there by public transportation, so you'll need to hire a car or have a car. I've only done 2 of the hikes so far, but the main one that you would want to check out is Penny Fan, which is so gorgeous. I'm definitely saying it wrong, by the way. I've spoken to a Welsh person and I don't remember how to say it, but you have to do this hike. It is a 7.4 kilometer loop, and it takes around 3 to 4 hours depending on how long of a break you take in between the hike or during the hike and to take in the views. Sometimes you don't really have that great of a view from the top, but on clear days you can see it really well. And the day that I went, you had a really nice view of the lake from above, so it's a really good spot and one I would definitely check out. Then there is, I would pronounce it Lyn y Fan Fac, but I know that's completely wrong, so if you are Welsh, you can correct me. But that hike is also gorgeous. There are so many different routes you can take and different lengths, so you don't have to go for a whole day hiking. You could do a short, like two-hour hike. You could do one that's 6 hours. There's different lengths, so if you go on all trails, you can find those. If you're doing any of these hikes in the summer, go early because parking spots are limited, and if you are going there any season, really, you should check ahead of time for the weather conditions, because especially in the winter, it is not the best for certain hikes, and you would expect to find a lot of people on these hikes. You can get all of this information right on All Trails, so I would recommend checking that out specifically for all the different routes. When it comes to food, I've tried my fair share of restaurants in Swansea, and here are some that I really love. Boo's Kitchen is in the Mumbles. It is a gorgeous coffee shop, and you have to try their matcha latte with coconut milk. It is my favorite, and I get it every time I'm there. Base Camp is another great coffee shop in downtown central Swansea, and it's a good place to work as well, but they have great coffee and good food. The Oyster House is a perfect spot for lunch. If you are in the Mumbles, they have a fantastic view of the water on a clear day, and they have options for everyone. I'm vegan, so there were some great vegan options, but they also have seafood, of course, and it's definitely something I would check out if you're in the area. Another great spot for lunch or dinner is El Pescador Bar, and this is in the Marina area of Swansea, so that's another area that you'd probably want to check out. That's quite interesting, and the food there is incredible. When I tell you we had a 3-course meal and I wanted more, it was amazing. Then we have number 18 Vegan Bar and Cafe. This place, it took me a while to get to and try because they are only open on weekends, but the food there is so good. They have smoothies, they have even dog treats and animal treats and stuff like that, and dupes for like any meat meal that you'd want, basically. But yeah, it's a great spot if you eat meat as well and you're not vegan, just because everything is so good, and any meat lover would also love this food. Next up, we have axe throwing at Lumberjack, and this place just opened about a year or two ago, and it's a good spot if you're looking for a fun date idea, something that's a little bit different. It costs £20 per person, and I believe the student discount is £17 per person, and you have an hour and a half of learning how to throw axes, and the instructor will show you different throws. I was horrible at this, but Sam was quite good, and the only toss I could do was the like upside down one. I got the other one a few times, but I was not the best and would definitely need some practice. Oystermouth Castle is also a cool spot to check out if you're in the Mumbles. It has such cool history, and just learning about the people that live there, it was really interesting. You can visit between April and November each year, and you can book tours. The volunteers are incredible, and they have so much information and knowledge about what happened at this castle, and they love to tell you about it, so it's really good to get some insight instead of just wandering around yourself. There's also a really great climbing gym in Swansea called Flashpoint, and it's right in the center of town, so if you're looking for something active to do, I would recommend checking it out. I went there and did a 10 class pack or a 10 pack so that you can visit 10 times, but you could always do a one-off visit, and you have to pay to use the climbing shoes, but it's only about £1, maybe £1 or £2, so it's not too bad, but it is definitely a little bit more pricey if you're doing it regularly. So it's not exactly low budget, but it is a cool thing to do if you really enjoy climbing and want to try something different. The Glen Vivian Art Gallery was really cool to visit as well, and it's also right downtown Swansea. It is not, I'm not really a gallery gal, like I'm not super into art usually, but we got shown around and it was really cool, and they have different exhibitions going on all the time. And the thing I liked most about it, honestly, was that they have classes that are free for anyone in the community to join. There's classes for adults and for children on different days, so if you check out their website, you'll find that, and you can find something that you might want to try. And I just think it's a cool way to meet new people in Swansea. And lastly, I would check out Swansea Market. It is the largest indoor market in Wales and definitely worth a visit. They have many different stalls with local Welsh foods like laverbread and Welsh cakes, but you should make sure that you get there before 4 p.m. because although they close at 5, a lot of shops are closed by 4 when we got there. So make sure you go early so that way you can try all the different foods. They also have clothing and different like trinkets and stuff that you can buy at different stalls. When it comes to accommodation in Swansea, I stayed at the Morgan's Hotel, and honestly, I could not have had a better experience. They have a great restaurant with amazing food. The room is really big, at least the one that we were in was really large, and I think all of them are designed really uniquely. And they have a massive bathtub, which is great if you want a bubble bath, and the location is also great. Because it's located right across from Wine Street, this is where like all the restaurants and bars and pubs are. It's a good location because if you want to go out or have just a time exploring the downtown area of Swansea, you're in the perfect location for that. So that pretty much sums up my favorite things to do around Swansea Bay. Let me know if I missed anything, if you've been to Swansea before, and I'll check it out soon. But that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I will be back next week with a new one while I'm on my way to my next destination. So I hope to see you there. And if you want to check my other videos in the meantime, you might like some of these here. So see you then. Bye.